Welcome back to the Mice and Macho podcast, where we talk about stuff men should know. I'm your host, Hunter Goring, and today we're talking about kind of a tougher subject. We kind of beat around it and don't really discuss it much with us men, but it is avoiding pornography. Millions of men have claimed to be addicted to this love-killing drug. It's very, very toxic, and we're surrounded by it. It's literally everywhere. It's on social media, it's on YouTube, it's on TV, you can stream it. It's literally everywhere. So I thought it would be a really, really good idea to talk about this and things that we can do to avoid this, because it truly is very harmful for us. And I just think a lot of us are bad at talking about it, just in general. Like, I think guys kind of don't really want to talk about it, and it's okay. I know it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I wanted to create this little episode to have kind of like a safe space for people to listen, and people that are struggling or people that are always trying to avoid it, what to do and how to avoid it so that you don't become addicted, or if you are addicted, some things that you can do to step out of it and become better. So I'm very, very excited to talk about this. I think it's going to benefit a lot of people, and this research has benefited me as a whole. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that you can be strong enough and know that there are people out there that are willing to help you overcome this mind drug. So with that, let's get started. What is so harmful about pornography? I think a lot of us question that. Like, what about it is so harmful? The Utah State University website actually states some of the common damaging effects of pornography for users can include addiction, isolation, increased aggression, distorted beliefs and perceptions about relationships and sexuality, negative feelings about themselves, and neglecting other areas of their lives. So that's huge. That's crazy. I can't believe that there are all those negative effects. So prestigemensmedical.com listed these negative effects as well. 1, pornography removes you from reality and your physical sensations. So it kind of just distorts it and numbs your overall feeling of emotion and sensations in general, which is not good. Especially for us men, it's harder for us to explain our emotions a lot of the time. So having that on top of that just makes it that much worse. The second thing that they said is that pornography addiction is similar to other harmful addictions. So a lot of people compare it to other drug addictions such as heroin, cocaine, weed, just other things like that. It's very, very harmful, and it's actually very harmful for our brain. It kind of numbs our senses. It numbs our dopamine intolerances and stuff, and then we just crave more and more, and it's just very, very negative. And then the last thing that they said is pornography consumption brings both physical and emotional effects. So this can destroy your sexual life with your spouse. It is harmful to erections in general, which is really upsetting as a whole. And it's not good for you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you are. And a lot of religions look down upon this, and a lot of the society as a whole looks down upon this, because it's just a lot of negative effects, and it really does destroy relationships as a whole. Now that I have that stated, I really want to talk about some things that we can do to avoid pornography. I know that it is extremely hard to overcome, and it activates the brain in a lot of ways that people are unfamiliar, and it's hard to get away from. So I have 4 things that I think that you could do to avoid pornography to help you out. And I know that if you do these things, they're going to help you. And as you strive to utilize these things, they're going to help you overcome this or avoid it as a whole when pornography does arise, because I don't care who you are, you're going to experience pornography at some point in your life, and how to combat it and avoid it is going to be crucial for you and your manhood, because honestly, I think that this is one of the worst things that men can do to destroy their self-esteem, their self-worth, and how others perceive them, how they perceive themselves, and how they look upon others. So I really, really think it's good for a society as a whole to avoid it. So the first thing that I have on my list of things that you can do to avoid pornography is go for a walk. Whenever you get the urge or you see it or your mind starts playing with it a little bit, just put on your sneakers, leave your phone at home, and go out for a walk. Go listen to some relaxing music or some good podcasts out of Mice and Macho. Sorry, I had to plug that in there. Just to help clear your mind, just get out there, reevaluate, refocus on what really matters most, your goals in life, and this is going to help you out a ton. The second thing is have a social media detox. Now, this is beneficial not only for pornography, but just as a whole. Just kind of having like a social media detox or fast where you delete social media off your phone and you just take a break from it from a while. This will help you clear your mind, reevaluate where you're at and your goals, and strive to help you overcome the harmful substance. It's just insane how apparent pornography is in social media. Literally 2 clicks and you could just be on your next pornography binge. And it is so apparent everywhere. I don't care what social media platform you're on. None of them are like, there's pornography everywhere. So just delete that for a time. Try to get that space out of the way, and so you don't have to be it's not as apparent, it's not as easy to get to, and it's not, I don't know, it'll be good for you. This also really helps me mentally in general. Just doing this one step, it just makes it one step harder to just be so involved in social media and this like fake idealistic thing that we have to be, and it's just really good as a whole. So if you're trying to avoid pornography, try to have some social media detoxes every now and then. Number 3, talk to someone. I think the worst thing that you can do with a pornography problem or a pornography addiction is not talking to anyone and keeping to yourself, keeping to your thoughts. You'll have more destructive behavior for yourself and for others. You'll become numb, and everybody needs help in their lives. I don't care what problems you have, and if it's pornography, like, you need to seek help. You need to reach out to others, whether it be your friends, a family member, your spouse. I know it's hard, or an ecclesiastical leader, like a church leader, like a bishop. It will help you out so much, and it'll make you happier, and you won't feel as alone in this conflict. I don't know, just confiding into a family member is just going to make you so much happier, and they're going to be able to help you. And these people genuinely care about you. They care about your well-being. Yes, it might be hard and rough at first to talk about, but I guarantee they are going to help you, and they're going to work with you. And if they truly love you, they are going to help you. The last thing that I have on advice on things that you can do to avoid pornography is pray. I think that this helps anybody in general with any problems, period. Having a higher power or God, being able to confide to talk to repent, there's nothing quite like being able to rely on God and having that spirituality on your side. Tell him your thoughts, your strengths, your weaknesses, ask for help, pray for a game plan on how to avoid pornography, and this will bring you a lot of peace and assurance as a whole if you really rely on God. I truly think that men who rely on God to come over obstacles such as pornography overcome it in the end. Like, in the long run, this truly is what God is here for. He's here for us to make us become better, to become more Christ-like. So I highly recommend that. Pray. So those are my 4 steps on avoiding pornography. You can look at more stuff. There's a lot of helpful resources. I know that the church that I go to, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, also has a lot of different resources for overcoming pornography. And I don't know. I just think that you will be happier. I actually know you'll be happier if you strive to avoid it and you strive to let it go. it's amazing what we tell ourselves and what Satan tells us that we can't accomplish. Like, we are unclean, we can't bounce back, people are going to hate us, people are going to shame us. And we then in turn just turn to ourselves and we just tear ourselves apart. And it's not good, it's not healthy. So reach out to people, get some help, try to avoid it. And there's plenty of other things. Like, everybody's unique, everybody's pornography addiction or avoidance or tolerance to it is different. So having a game plan for different things is really going to help you as a whole. So I hope you guys get the strength. Avoid pornography, man. It really is a love-killing drug. And if you need help, there's other resources, there's groups, and you're not the only one. I think a lot of us feel like we're the only ones truly out there, but it is so apparent in this world because there are millions of men addicted to this. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you want any more binge-worthy content of things or stuff men should know, there's an Instagram page called of Mice and Macho. I have different content there that you will love as well. There's some fun facts and there's some inspirational quotes for us men, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please don't forget to follow and rate this podcast, as it will mean so much to me, and I will see you guys next week.